Oh, now come on. Stupid camera. It's like, it moves around. It's like there's somebody standing behind it, moving it around and making it very large. Obviously, I found my let me go ahead. No, it doesn't do well in the wind because it's really loose. It's the wrong size and it's kind of too big for my head. And if it's windy outside, it'll go out. But my next subject, I'm going to talk about jobs. I've been working since I was 10 years old. I was the last of 8 kids. Of course, okay, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be honest with you. My oldest brother was a half brother who never actually lived with me. So when I was born, I was living in a house with 9 people. That includes my mom, dad, and the 7 of us. So my parents didn't have the money to give the allowance. So they're like, if you want something, you're gonna have to go earn it. And I um sorry, that was my nose. I didn't stick it in there. I'm just playing with the itching. The I I cleaned gutters, delivered newspapers from bicycles. This is back in the day when they actually did deliver newspapers from bicycles. Cut grass, did all kinds of stuff. I mean, right from the start, 10 years old, I was working. I was taught a good work day, and I became a truck driver and then a warehouse worker. Most of the time, did a lot of other, did a lot of really fun jobs. I did a lot of stuff. A lot of the jobs that I lost, most of the jobs I lost because the place got bought out or they lost a contract or something like that. You know, I worked at a furniture store that went out of business and all this kind of stuff. Um, and then, I got this job at NCR. Originally, NCR stood for National Cash Registers in Dayton, Ohio. Um, It was the company that pretty much, I don't know, I guess invented the cash register. And my mom even worked there during World War II when all the men went off to war. Of course, I wasn't born then, but my mom worked there. So I'm working at NCR. It's there for 6 months, and AT&T bought the place. And next week, I didn't have a job, and so um, so anyway, time moves on. I go to work at another place in Dayton, Ohio. Another pioneering company is called the Berry Company. You have to look them up on the internet. Explain it. Lauren M. Berry. Um, he didn't invent the Yellow Pages, but he was pretty much the guy who pioneered the Yellow Pages, the whole Yellow Pages industry. So I'm working there. I walk in and place is a mess. The warehouse was a mess. I tore that whole warehouse down um, practically with my bare hands by myself and rebuild it. I mean, you would walk in there and somebody would say, "Hey, um, can you go get me some printer paper or something like that?" What was happening before I got there was people would the guys who were doing the job that I eventually got would stuff would come in, they'd throw it on a shelf somewhere, and then someone would ask them to go get it, and then they'd go in the warehouse. They couldn't find it because they couldn't remember where they put it, so they would order another box. And I went in there and I found 20 years supplies worth of stuff. And I tore that place down with my bare hands, rebuilt it, reorganized everything. Anybody came back there wanted anything, they'd have it within 5 seconds. All they had to do was come back and say, "Hey, I'm looking for this," and I'd go right to it. So even though I never held the title of manager, all of the managers that I worked for during that time period had me do all their work for them because they didn't want to waste their time with it. Um, I did the ordering. I did the spreadsheets to keep track of the financial, how much we were spending, coming out, going. I was keeping track of the accounts. And I'm really terrible with math, so that was a challenge for me. I was the guy who had to deal with the vendors when they came in wanted to try and sell something, and I met some really nice ones. I mean, there were some that people, some of mine really like. I met a lot of great people there. So anyway, but this place was um, had 4 buildings on the property. We had 2 storage facilities off-site that I also was in charge of. Um, they had roughly around 1,350 people, give or take, you know, during that time period. And I was running that warehouse and doing a whole bunch of other things as well. And I was there for like 15 years. Actually, I was there for 13 years when the news came in. And one of my friends who I worked with in the warehouse walked up to me, and it was a Monday morning. And he said, "Hey, did you hear? AT&T just bought us." I went to the bathroom. I wasn't awake yet. Hadn't had my coffee. And I went to the bathroom, took a piss, came back out. I looked at the same guy. I looked at him and said, "I fucking hate AT&T." I told people this is, and I still hold true to this day. Um, I told everybody that I now understood how the French felt when the Nazis invaded their country and said to them, "Oh, by the way, we're Germans now." AT&T took that company apart piece by piece. Took them several years to do it. Actually, they're still working on it. But it still isn't completely gone. But I just called one of my best friends who works there a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to him. He said he's losing his job. It's they're they're getting rid of him, and it's been 3 years since I lost mine. So I mean, it's taken them 5 years to just tear that place apart, and I lost a job. So then, okay, now I don't know. Don't ask me how I ended up in Wisconsin. It was a crazy midlife crisis thing. I guess is what. And my mom, I lost my job. My mom passed away. She left me some money. I decided I was going to go somewhere I'd never been before. I'd never been to Wisconsin. Oh my God, it's so But um, I'm working jobs through temp services, whatever, and then I got a job at a grocery store. Um, it's actually a national chain that I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get sued. Um, but I'm getting treated like an imbecile by people who haven't done half of what I've done in my life. And I'm getting paid a fraction of what I made when I was running that warehouse. And it has completely embittered me. And now I'm old. I'm not old. I'm 52 years old. I'm not really that old. But I feel old. My bones hurt. I've got arthritis. The sinuses are terrible up here in Wisconsin. I got to get out of this state. I've got a few other things going on physically. I'm in so much pain that um, it gets to a point where sometimes you're in pain for so long you forget that you're even in pain. So anyway, so it's making it hard for me to do the kind of jobs I want to do, the kind of jobs I used to do, and I want my life back. I really do. So anyway, I don't want to bore you anymore with this, but that's just, I guess it is what it is. Um, Benjamin Zachariah Garrett, Milwaukee's best ice. Younger than yesterday.